Good evening. We are joining you right now with some breaking news that we're following in the western suburbs. This is happening in Bloomingdale, Illinois, where a car has run into a Chase bank, and it has resulted in what appears to be an explosion, but certainly a fire. Just in the last few minutes, it appears firefighters have done a nice job knocking the flames down, and now we're just seeing a lot of smoke, Marie.
So this is, again, in the western suburbs, Bloomingdale. If you know that area at all, this is a Chase bank on East Lake Street, and we've been watching, at least for the last few minutes, these firefighters from above trying to put out these flames. But in that wider shot, you can see there's a huge response here, because from the looks of it, it seems that this is a pretty busy shopping area. You've got that bank building as Chopper 2 pulls out wide here. A lot of traffic. No word on any injuries. It's still very early at this point. We're not sure if that bank was open at the time. This is brand new, and you're seeing with fresh eyes with us here on Chopper 2.
Well, you'll see as the chopper swings around here, you'll see what appears to be the drive-through area on the upper side of this shot toward the street that's above, and the car is in the building between the drive-through rooftop and the back side of the building at this point. And what we're understanding is that the car hit a 2-inch gas main.
Right. And that's what caused this incredible explosion, because you can understand there might be gas in the car that would trigger the fire, et cetera. But minutes ago, everywhere that you see was smoke. We were also seeing some pretty huge flames. So that only gives fuel to this fire. And you're watching this response happen right now. It also looks like, I'm going to look at this on the map so we can see what street that is. But you can see all, the lanes are closed there. It's just firefighters on that main drag.
Right, exactly. And you could see maybe where there had been some issue where the car left the road and went into the bank, but we're still trying to get ourselves oriented here. But I think the chopper hopefully will be able to zoom in. You can see the flames in the middle of the screen right now, and you'll see the car as we zoom in here that's attached. And that structure on the left is the one I was telling you that appears to be the drive-through section of the bank. We don't know what happened to the driver at this point, but you can see firefighters right there pouring water on this. And the fire then, as a result of the gas line break and explosion and fire, has spread to the bank. And as you can see now, a good portion of that building was involved in the flames. So there it is as we swing around to the main drag. I can't really quite tell what that structure is in the front where the firefighters are standing up on the roof. Maybe that isn't the drive-through.
No, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah,
you see underneath, ATMs, et cetera. So again, we don't know what happened to this car to lead it to crash into the building. Is it possible they were in the drive-through and something happened, or a medical emergency? It's anything, but firefighters are going to be looking into that as soon as they can get close to the car. We don't know, again, if someone's in that car, if people were in the bank. We're waiting to hear more of that information from firefighters.
Well, 5:42, hopefully. I think banks typically close at 5 o'clock on a Friday especially, but this is a fire that typically firefighters would have knocked down quickly. The dynamic here that's involved and dangerous, obviously, is the fact that there's a gas leak, and I'm sure that's fueling whatever these flames are that we're seeing right now. So that's adding just even more work to these firefighters, not only to get that gas line turned off, but to continue to pour water on the flames that are now going through this Chase Bank. Again, 136 East Lake Street in Bloomingdale, Illinois.
And that is Lake Street, where we saw that they had the lanes closed. If you're new to this area, there's a lot of stuff around here, some shopping, some restaurants, Starbucks, et cetera. So a lot of people there. And you know, Joe, this fire looked better. It looked like they had maybe made more of a difference when we were on the other side of it.
Right.
But now that we've swung around, now that we're getting a better look at what seems to be the point of contact of that car when it crashed into the bank, those flames look like they are burning just as hot and just as intensely.
You can tell, see that ladder that's on the street, and they're pouring water on that fire from above as it's fully extended there, and then firefighters on the ground as well fighting it. So there are several units there trying to put this fire out, but it's a tough job. There's no question about it. It seemed, as Marie said just a few minutes ago as we came on the air, that they were getting this under control, but in between the building and the drive-through, it does look like it is still fully involved.
It's going to be quite some time before they do that. Again, important to note as we watch this, the reason why this is more than just the car hitting the building creating some sort of fire is because firefighters have confirmed that that car hit a 2-inch gas main, and they do believe that that is likely what caused the explosion that's ultimately led to the flames that we're looking at right now.
Well, you can notice that we have pointed out Lake Street is up at the top of your screen right there, and firefighters do have that one direction of it closed off right now, but firefighters continue, and you can see they are doing a great job of doing what they can to put this thing down, because you can see all the smoke. That's a result of the water hitting these flames, but they still have work to do, including turning off this gas main, and that won't be easy, I'm sure, or quick, as the flames continue to erupt from that street side of the bank building in between the drive-through and the bank.
No doubt. We have a crew on the way. We're also making some phone calls to try to get more information from firefighters, police, and also any witnesses who may have heard or seen what happened that ultimately led that car to go into the building.
Look, you can see the crews on the street there, and there's still traffic getting by on the other side. So that's the good news from the traffic standpoint anyway. But this is a fully involved bank fire as a result of a car that ran into the Chase Bank at 136 East Lake Street, and you can see the units on the right side of the building as well there, working to put this fire out. But there are those flames even as the chopper swings back around, still engulfed in that back part of the bank.
No doubt the scene will be busy for hours to come. If that gas is, we're assuming firefighters would immediately work to cut that gas.
The gas, yeah.
Right, and make a difference in the fire.
Once that is done, that will, I'm sure, make a huge difference. All right, we're going to keep an eye on this, and we'll certainly have the latest for you coming up on the CBS 2 News at 6 in just about 15 minutes. We'll see you then.